Good afternoon. I guess this is, what time is it? 12:10 on Halloween, October 31st. Welcome to your noon, midday, Sunday midday worship with your boy Rico. For those of you who missed morning service, so you don't have to go to the evening service, let me give you a midday, a brunch and lunch service. Amen. Come on, somebody. Oh, glory. And yes, we still got some old school midday hymns for you. I think I got a couple of old school hymns for you. Let's see. I don't know the words of any of them. I just know parts of the songs. But here you go. Here's an old school, and your grandma may know. Pick up your Bibles, turn to Ecclesiastes, or Corinthians, or Revelations. Each one, just pick up your books. Let's say, how about this one? There's a creak in this old building. I gotta move. I gotta move. I got to move. There's a creak in this old building. I gotta move. That's all I know of that song. I just know the hook. I got another one. Don't hear another one? Okay. It's an old school one. Whoa, there was a woman in the Bible days. She had been sick so very long. Till she heard about Jesus was passing by. So she joined the gathering throng. And while she was pushing her way through, someone asked her, "What are you trying to do?" She said, "If I could just touch the hem of his garment, I know I'll be made whole." And she stood there and she cried, "Oh Lord, oh Lord, and oh Lord, oh Lord." Said, "If I could just touch the hem of his garment, I know I'll be made whole." Oh, she spent her money, oh, here and there, till she had no more to spare. Well, the doctors, they done all they could, but the medicine would do no good. When she touched him, the Savior didn't see, but he turned around and cried, "Somebody touched me." She said, "It's I who just wanna touch the hem of your garment. I know I'll be made whole." And she stood there, she cried, "Oh Lord, oh Lord, and oh Lord, oh Lord." Said, "If I could just touch the hem of your garment, I know I'll be made whole right now." That's one old school. Shout out to Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers. Come on, somebody. All right. Now let's get to why we're here. Sure. On this Sunday midday morning, Sunday midday worship. Yes, sir. Come on, somebody. And the organs are playing, the drums are beating, and the guitars are strumming. Well. Ooh. Yeah, let me do that bend back. Yeah, hey. All right, come on, everybody. Come on, children. Come on up, close the doors. We're about to get in the midday worship. And I know all right, let's get into it. And y'all know, woo, you know, with a lot of HBCUs, a lot of stuff has been going on, right? Y'all see I have my Grambling State University sweatshirt. And this sweatshirt is from 1994 when I went to I used to participate in the student travel abroad program that was headed by the late, great Dr. Charles Brooks. Shout out to Dr. Charles Brooks. Or as he would say, come on, Aston. Usted, man. That dude was awesome. Shout out to Dr. Charles Brooks. That was my man, my mentor and my friend. And so, this was a sweatshirt. It was like, I guess this was December 94 or December 95 or something like that. So we bought these, we wore these sweatshirts. And nothing before I get started, or as I continue, I want to send my condolences to, first to the family of the young Gramblinite who died tragically in a car accident, I guess this past weekend or so. Maybe I think it was last Thursday or Friday. And to all of his friends in the band, because he's the band member, as well as the Grambling State University, the students. You know, that was a very, very tragic loss. Any loss of any student is tragic. And may they be wrapped up in the support and warmth of condolences from people all over. His family, his friends, Grambling State University, and his fellow bandmates. They were all set to play at the very recent FAMU homecoming that took place this past weekend. And from what I understand, they canceled the trip, I guess, in tribute, or just, you know, it was considered to be the right thing to do at that time. Well, Grambling went to the game, and I checked on the scores. Grambling State University football team lost the game 3-26. Whew. Yeah, that was a tough loss. But I guess because I'm not a big sports person, but I am a huge Grambling State University guy. I'm a huge HBCU regardless of what school it is, guys. So shout out to FAMU and its rich history. Having an engineering program and that wonderful band and all the academics, that pharmacy program and engineering program. FAMU has it going on. As well as the academic acronym there at FAMU. Shout out to FAMU. You know, that's our sister, brother, HBCU school. We should all be so proud of all of our HBCUs when they're excelling. And I'm sure they are proud of Grambling State University as well. However, it seems that, let me go back. And let me say this. Shout out to Grambling State University football team's head coach, Coach Fobbs. I've only met Coach Fobbs very briefly at a meet and greet here in Dallas. It's probably about 5 years ago or so when he came. They did a little fundraiser, and I got a chance to meet him just briefly to take a picture and say hi, and that was it. But I support him as head coach because what I do recognize is when he was brought on, Coach Fobbs has brought in a lot of wins for Grambling and championships. The SWAC as well as the main championship that happens in, I guess, Atlanta. He's done a great job, in my opinion. So why in the hell he's not allowed to lose? Or not allowed to have 1 or 2 losing seasons? It's interesting that these white coaches of these big white schools, and I know this comparison with it because white people do it too, but it's interesting. He loses one game or loses this game. You know, people start kind of, I guess, withdrawing their support or something. But these white coaches get to lose and lose, and they still keep their 2 $2 to $5 million jobs. They still get brought back under these 5-year extension contracts. But it's almost like we've gotten into the mindset of treating our people, our coaches, the way the NFL treats and the way the college NCAA white schools treat black coaches. If they don't do 15-0 for 7 years in a row, they're no good. If they dare lose 3 games, lose 4 games and win 6 or whatever, they're no good. We've had white coaches that have had 0 wins in the history of white schools, and they still kept them on. But this bothers me. You know, yeah, they lost 3-26, so, and, you know, who cares? They'll probably make up with it by winning the Bayou Classic. But, you know, you go to the Grambling alumni page, Grambling United or Grambling and Grambling State University alumni page, you have people posting the question, so do y'all, okay, I'm gonna say it, so do y'all think it's time for us to get a new coach? Man, shut up. No, it's not time to get a new coach. Because of the football team, I find it amazing. They can always fix their lips to try to attack the football coach or attack Coach Fobbs. And Coach Fobbs brought a lot of energy, a lot of high morale to Grambling State University as the head coach. Now, if I have any critiques or criticism about Coach Fobbs, it won't be his ability to coach. You know, I'm just one of those brothers. I'm a black male advocate. And he's still a young man. In recent pictures, it's like maybe the pressure's getting to him. Maybe something's going on, but I saw a recent picture of him. There appeared to be a recent picture on social media, on Instagram. Coach Fobbs, maybe after the season is over, I think you should activate your Planet Fitness or your Lifetime Fitness or the intramural center at Grambling State University, bro. You can stand to lose about 50 pounds. You know, 'cause I saw the man boobs. He's still a young man. You know, get some aerobics in your life. Maybe you should start eating differently. You know, my thing is get in better physical shape. So lose about 50 pounds. You know, get that stomach in, get the man boobs gone. Other than that, that's the only critique I have about him. But as far as his ability to coach Grambling State University, the dude is top tier. Because the way Southern, I guess, maybe Coach Odom left on his own, but he went on to do well at Norfolk State. So if y'all can say we don't want Coach Fobbs, but Coach Fobbs will go somewhere where he's appreciated, even in his losses, and go out and take that school to further championships. See, for some reason, sports fans, when it comes to the black coaches and the black, folks like that, you don't have that nurturing spirit. Let's groom them. Let's support them. Even when they lose, let's support them. And and I know it's got to be hard to be a basketball coach or a football coach with all these so-called athletic enthusiasts. You know, the shit is crazy. And it's weird to me. How we as black folks behave that way when it comes to our own. And, but, y'all are so quick to say, do we need a new head football coach when the team is, I guess you think the team is losing, but you got shootings and shit all over Grambling State University. And now one of you said, hey, I think we need a new president of Grambling State University. I ain't heard nobody put no post in the Grambling alumni, in the Graham fam. I went to Grambling State University or Grambling State University alumni support group. Hell, I think we need a new president. All the students dying and getting shot up and shit since 2017, or at least 2018. And most recently, no one has put up a post saying, y'all think we need a new president of Grambling State University? And we're going to hold Coach Fobbs, who's the coach, to a particular higher standard of performance with the team. How come you can't do that for the leadership and all the shit at Grambling State University and all the shit that's going on? No one said, I think we need a new vice president for student affairs. I think we need a new dean of students. And when it came out last week, those 4 arrests of those 4 young black men who lived in the campus housing, that had guns and weed, that not now one of you motherfuckers said, I think we need a new director of housing, because otherwise, how in the hell do students who are not students young men who are not students get to live in those damn dorms, in those apartments? See, y'all need to watch your mouth when I'm around, because I listen to everything. If you're going to call for Coach 5 to leave, call for all the motherfuckers to leave. From the top down. Because Grambling State, the football team is not a reflection of Grambling State University. It's not a reflection of, the intricate reflection of Grambling State. It's the leadership. And none of you, and I'll say it again, none of you have called for the resignation of the president of Grambling State University. If we're going to do it like that, I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying we're going to go there. Hell, I don't care about a losing football team, but shooting this shit out on campus and students not really feeling that safe and all that, well, who's that fall under? I know, oh, Rico, man, you hating on it. No, man, y'all know I've always kept it down the middle and 100. These are thoughts. I try to cover all the bases. We're not going to pick and choose. Coach 5 has done a great job with the football team. Instead of putting these dumbass posts up there saying, y'all think we need a new coach now? No, how about, y'all think we need to hurry up and get that damn library built? Well, not hurry up because we want it to be good, but I think it's supposed to open next year. Y'all think we need to boost the morals of the students? You think alumni need to, step up their game? And no one's ever said, I think we need a new alumni association. Well, shout out to Bethune-Cookman. They fired their damn alumni association. They said, no, we don't need y'all. We ain't want y'all to use a Bethune-Cookman. I think it's Bethune-Cookman. We don't even want y'all to legally use Bethune-Cookman and nothing that y'all do. Did y'all read that story? Bethune-Cookman said, F the Alumni Association. They're ineffective. They ain't doing shit. Now, what if somebody say, you know what? F the GUNA. Grambling University National Alumni Association. Well, they said F them, they're ineffective, and when in actuality, they really are. It's just it's almost like a bunch of Greek sorority nepotism going on that damn thing. Maybe it's the same thing with the leadership at these HBCUs, that also lends to why a lot of HBCUs are falling. A lot of Greek leadership that's probably just fucking up everything. These are just thoughts. But, and then you got an endowment at Grambling State University that's what, $4.3 million? Ain't even in the double digits. Nobody called for the resignation of the leadership at Grambling State University, but y'all want to always open your mouths and put up posts saying that Coach 5 needs to change. Fuck that. He needs to be removed. Don't do that. If you think he needs to go, well, I know about 4 other positions of people that need to go. If we're going to do it like that based on what's considered losing. Hell. And why has it got to be me all the fucking time to say the stuff? I guess because I don't have any loyalty to things or affiliations. I have a loyalty to what is right. That's what I do. Think of me what you want to. I don't give a damn. And you can't tell me what the fuck to say or what the fuck to do. And this is nothing new with me at 52. This has always been like this. When I was a young teenager, couldn't nobody tell me how to think. Couldn't nobody tell me what to say. And so this is just how I've always been. But I'm the nicest man you ever want to talk to, the nicest man you ever want to kick it and party with. But when it comes to what's fair and what's truthful, I'm going to say it out loud. Because the rest of us like to walk past the pink elephant in the living room. Yeah, Grambling has a low morale issue right now. We're still pussyfooting around like we don't know what to do. I've given all the suggestions. Hell, we all know the suggestions. We talking about open admission was so bad. We got all these geniuses that come in with all their ideas on social media. And hell, a lot of these people are giving all these suggestions about what can be done at Grambling. They work at other institutions of higher education. Why aren't y'all working at Grambling? Or working in concert for Grambling? A lot of y'all are a lot smarter than me when it comes to that other stuff. I just throw thoughts and I make observations. And my word doesn't carry any weight. But a lot of you are sitting on these boards, you're in these these seats and you're holding these particular job positions in education, higher ed, and act like you don't know what to do about Grambling. Our students, the students there, need to feel the same support and the rah-rah for Grambling like we felt in the 90s. You know, there were some hard times and there were good times, but one thing about it, we remained steadfast with Grambling. You know, and it bothers me when people pick and choose who they want to be friends with, who they want to be cool with, who they want to be loyal to. That ain't cool. Don't give a damn who you are, who you're affiliated with, what you're affiliated with. That's not cool. Because for me, it's always been from day one, we're all black. You're black before you became a Greek. You were black before you were Christian. You were black before you were Muslim. You were black before you were lesbian. You were black before you were a gay man. You were black before all of this shit. And that's why I've always been. I'm black before all the other bullshit. What I call Johnny-come-lately affiliations and identities. So for me, Grambling State University is a black college, black university. It was a college. And then Ralph Waldo Emerson Jones, Prez Jones, the one and only, original and the only Prez of Grambling State University, he transitioned it into Grambling University. Then Joseph B. Johnson came and took Grambling State University on to what it is. You know? And we just need to cut it out. You don't kick nobody while they're down like that. And we need to be, and when I'm speaking, I'm talking about me too. I'm not separate from my alumni. Hell, I could have been more active, physically, economically active. Yeah. So I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about us. You see, I got my Grambling shirt, and I mean that. We should descend upon the campus. And hell, if we all 43,000 of us just come on campus, if we can, 10,000 of us come on campus and just hug the students, say, hey, we got you. And then, and talk to the administration if they're willing to be open. You know, look, get the goddamn license programs back. Get the convocations programs back. Get the block parties back. There's a low morale there. And also, for what I've been saying, notice on social media, stop just promoting girls at that damn campus, Grambling. Stop just promoting girls. You can't have a society without men. Every time I look around, you got a leadership, a board, president leadership board, mainly girls. Well, so boys aren't leadership, aren't leaders on the campus? They can't be part of the president's leadership council? What the fuck is that? And don't give me these excuses about, well, you know, there are a lot of men that want to step up. No, y'all don't recruit them. You're going to get the girls. Because, see, let me tell y'all something about this girl stuff. White liberal America told black folks back from the late 60s and 70s that this is the direction we're going in. We're eradicating masculinity. We're eradicating men. We're going to push the women forward. And the women signed off on that. And then you develop what is called these beta male simp-ass dudes who have no sense of their own masculinity. They're afraid to say, hey, I'm a man and I'm going to be a man and I don't give a damn what you think. I don't care if my masculinity offends you, bitch. That's what's going on across these campuses. It's not just black college campuses. I worked at a university here. For like 3 semesters, I taught classes. The boys there are just walking around with I think they leave their testicles in their cars, leave their testicles in their dorm rooms, and then while the girls just walk around as free and be as expressive as they want to be. And what woman thinks that's okay? Why aren't women standing up and asking and shouting out, where are the men? Not just where are the men, why aren't the women pushing the men forward? Because we've created this almost lesbianic generation of girls. They wear the heavy weave, heavy eyelashes, heavy makeup, got masculine energy. And that's what you have. And the boys have been kind of bitched out, punked down, scared to talk. When I was on that campus, for that brief moment, talking to young men, their mouths flew open. They didn't know that a man can say the things that I was saying. Not cuss words, just saying. You know, I've been a man all my life. I'll say at 18, that's when I left home and stuff. And I understood masculinity because I grew up in masculinity, even though it was pimps and hoes and all that. But in the neighborhood, there were men who had wives and children, even when the preacher was worth a damn back in the 80s. But somehow we got grown-ass men who in their 50s have kowtowed to the feminist rule of feminism. And they're sacrificing black boys even on black college campuses so girls can be pushed forward. And you know damn well girls are not a shield of armor for any goddamn thing except for when they want to build a circle around a shopping mall. Yeah, call it sexist all you want to. That's where we are. These boys even afraid to say what they want to say, so they go and they say all these weird ass stuff in rap songs because they're not being empowered and strengthened as men to say what they want to say on these college campuses, unless he's a homosexual, unless he's an effeminate beaten boy. But if he's a masculine strong brother, oh no, they don't want him. The women don't even want him. So I guess the leadership at these universities are going by whatever the feminine energy is on their campus, and that's stupid. No society survives without strong men. In order to have strong men, you have to empower little boys to be men. And here are the tenements of a boy being groomed into a man. Men hunt, gather, protect, provide. You have to put that energy in boys. But due to the fact that African-American black women signed onto that contract after Lyndon Baines Johnson said, hey, I got something for you ladies. Hey, Gloria Steinem, come here, feminist bitch, come here. I want you to get in these black women's head and put them on the cover of magazines and tell them that their men oppressing them. And sisters bought it. You don't need no man, that's okay. I got you. We got you food stamps, we got you welfare checks, we got you public housing. And just, wait a minute now, you can't have no man there though. And if you can have sex with a man, but you can't have no man in your life if I'm gonna pay for you. And so that's what they did. And so for the past 40 years, black women have been in charge of children and in charge of boys. And look at these boys y'all got today. Look at them. See, a man talking like me would be offensive to a lot of these little feminine males. Hell, this even infiltrated the goddamn Greek system, the fraternities. Now, we've already known that the black Greeks are just offshoot of the history of the white Greeks, and we know what they do, a bunch of pedophile, little boy-loving little bastards. But at least there was still some masculine energy in Omega Psi Phi. There was still some masculine energy in Kappa Alpha Psi. There was still some masculine energy in Phi Beta Sigma. There was still some masculine energy in Alpha Phi Alpha. But see, even that feminist energy has taken over the black Greek system. The girls join these sororities and become single the rest of their lives. While they're so busy trying to have hot girls something and thinking they're better than any man, no, they think they're better than black men. And then a lot of these Greek dudes, now you and I expect to see as many as effeminate dudes in Omega Psi Phi. I say they must be running out of guys to pledge. Because at least back in the day, the Qs had the biggest, the toughest, the baddest dudes. But now you go see some of these on these campuses and see some of these Omega dudes, these young ones under 40, you don't know which way they going. Now they was expected from like Kappas and Alphas, they've always had and noticeable fruity guys. That's just part of them. And Sigmas, well, we didn't pay attention to them enough to know what they had. But Qs were always what's called the epitome when it came to the black Greek system of masculine, strong men. But even today, you look around these young brothers that's players in Q, and I'm not, y'all know I'm not even with none of that shit. But I do observe everything. I said, wait a minute. Now I had my issues with the Qs on campus for political stuff, but a lot of them was some big dudes back in the day. You know, even if they was short, they was some stocky, masculine cats. Even if they were the littlest Q, there was a masculinity and something to the cats. But these little tight pants wearing, tight jacket, tight watch, tight socks, tight belt wearing, little tight shoes wearing little fuckers with Q shirts on, I'm like, what? Yeah, the motherfuckers be licking their tongues out. The tongue is bigger than they little asses. It's weird. I know. And so, but still, if I had my run-ins with the bruhs and of all the fraternities, because I knew we were black first. I don't care about that Greek shit. I care about black men, regardless of feeling, because we're all connected to something outside of our race, I guess. But I always look at all of us as black men. I don't look at us as categories. You understand where I'm coming from? We're going to have to get back to black or be forced to get back to black. Because look now, we haven't read the signs yet. And we're suffering for it. You know, Grambling State University can use a jolt of energy, a jolt of, you know, that good old-fashioned support we used to have. I'm not saying that it's not there, but a lot of stuff have occurred over the past 4 or 5 years that will probably, man, just, hell, make an angel's like, you know what, angel in heaven say, you know what, it's all right up here, but it ain't just, you know, make them question their own goddamn calling. And that's what's happening, and we as alumni are going to have to do better. The leadership at Grambling and these black colleges going to have to do better and stop trying to mainstream the black colleges and go back to what made black colleges great. If you want to know what that is, because we were black. Just keep going back, stop going, you know, just be men and be women and stand the fuck up. If you're going to be the president, be a man. If you're going to be the vice president, be a goddamn woman. Stand up for being black. I know that sounds too much like Malcolm X. Well, that's Malcolm told us. We're not paying attention. Just stand up. Hell, it don't make any sense. But anyway, I wanted to just share that because, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Y'all get off of Coach Fobbs. He'll be all right. If he take my health advice that I just gave, you know, get in the gym, Coach Fobbs. Change it, man. Let some of that red meat go, brother. No one loves the Coors Light more than I do, Coach Fobbs. Matter of fact, when you drop 50 pounds, I'm going to buy you a beer, bro. And a couple of shots of Crown Apple and Peach Apple, you hear me? Peach Crown, you hear me? But in the meantime, when the season's over, man, go on have that Thanksgiving dinner. Let it be your last real dinner, Coach. I need you on some, almost damn near some salads and fruits and green vegetables, you hear me? And hit the gym, do them crunches and push-ups. Be back next year, healthy, strong, and, you know, and you know, look the part. And then, before we start trying to cancel the coach, y'all look around other places too now. Don't just try to cancel the coach. There's other people that deserve that question. Should we get rid of, or do you think we need a new fill in the blanks? And go back to the old way. Go back and pick up some of the old ways that made Grambling great. Stop trying to mainstream it. Stop trying to impress white folks. Like, we's a good black college. We's a good HBCU. Don't do that. Because, see, history will teach you why we created the black colleges in the first place. Because those very people that you're trying to mainstream with and trying to make connections with, they want your black ass on their white campuses dead. So that's how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, you know, try to cater yours to them. You make them come to you. By you had taken pride in your own stuff. Just like it goes into these black neighborhoods. I know, and it's okay for people to leave out, because it doesn't seem like there's any relief. I ain't knocking nobody for moving into the suburbs. Hell, I live in one now. I'm all over the place. But what I'm saying is, when you have a business, you want to grow, you groom the people around you to, you know, help you make it better. And you go back to what made it great in the first place. And Grambling State University was made great because all the black people, thousands upon thousands of black people that came through there and went off and pursued greatness and achieved greatness. Come on, somebody. And Grambling needs to go back to a lot of the ways that made us great. And ignore the white noise, no pun intended. Well, you know, we all multi-cultural now. We all this. Well, look what it's gotten us. It's like we get so impressed because we see some Asians on the camp. We get so impressed because we see Mexicans. We get so impressed. You know, that's stupid. Anybody can always, did y'all know anybody can always apply to a Grambling State University or any other HBCU? You know why the numbers are low of white kids and Mexicans and all that? Y'all want to know why? Not because the HBCUs were rejecting applications. We've never been a people. We've always accepted any and everybody, even unto the continent of Africa. See how that ended up. The reason HBCUs have a low count, a lot of them have a lower count of other students because they never wanted to. They never thought our schools were worth a damn or valuable. And now since then, when they come there, all of a sudden, Bluefield State, sorry about it, y'all went too far. Y'all, they ain't even a black college no more. And places like Bluefield, and hell, Howard too, because I think they got a nice little 30% or whatever rise in non-black students, Caucasians or whatever. And I'm not against any of that. But when you start inviting all kinds of people into your house, you have to change how you cook your food. Because they can say, well, you know, I don't like these collards. Do you have any like kale? And could you use Mrs. Dash instead of these the turkey meat and the fat back in your greens? I'm just saying, the black teachers can't really teach the way they taught us in the 90s. They gave us some of that mother wit and grandpa wisdom. We were a family. That's what made HBCUs great. And also, we need to get out of this thing trying to make Grambling State University football team SEC. Because I was reading some of the reports where some of the comments, they were like, we need to attract more five-star players. How come we rarely talk about attracting more 4.0 students? Need to get more five-star blue chips. They'll come there if they want to. People go where they want to go or where they're directed to. Not just Alumni Association, but all of us as alumni who are not part of the association, we all are ones who can participate in the recruitment of students. It's not just them, because our gunner is all right. I don't see nothing major going on. There's no major shit, because people are not together. The way that thing's set up, they're in cliques, even in the goddamn Grambling University Alumni Association. They in cliques in that. So, I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I'm usually just wrong. I just don't put it out there as the truth. I'm sharing opinions. This is Rico and his opinions. This is my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. I'm sharing opinions. Opinions can be wrong or right, but they can sure be hard-hitting and make you think. Come on, somebody. Anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all. I know y'all got y'all trying to get to the restaurants now because midday service is about over. Some of you just now getting out of church from 9 o'clock this morning. So I'm not going to hold you, but I appreciate you joining my midday service. Hallelujah. And we'll be back next Sunday morning, actual Sunday morning, for Sunday morning worship. And throughout the week, y'all know I have stuff I like to talk about. But anyway, let's keep Grambling first as an entire unit and not just pick out certain sections of the school. Because I want to see Grambling make it another 120 years. But I want to see us still in control of it. It'd be great if we can think more about ownership of these black colleges, because they don't want them. You'd think we could put together a little package and buy these schools. America doesn't want HBCUs. They don't. Why do you think Joe Biden slashed the damn budget down to $4 billion from $40 billion? They don't want them. And that's fine. Just like how black neighborhoods, they drive down the property value, and then other people come in and buy them for cheap. Well, that's what they're doing for HBCUs, driving down the property value, and we're helping by not sending our own kids. And we're not putting together a package. Now it's the time to buy these little small schools like Tougaloo and Knox College over in Tennessee. Paul Quinn is more of a Hispanic serving. It's not a black college anymore. It's more of a Hispanic serving institution here in Dallas. So, you know, they're trying to work it out. And also, we need to become major fundraisers and push our academics, get our engineering program back, stuff like that. They can use a PhD somewhere in social work or education, or they got an EDD, but they can use a PhD in a DSW in social work, or hell, a PhD in criminal justice, maybe juvenile justice, other stuff like that. They need to increase, not decrease. But it can be done. But for the time being, let's continue to keep the students who are there near. Let's continue to keep the legacy of Grambling State University. Maybe a lot of the alumni need to go back and read from whence we came, and then work our way back up. Maybe a lot of alumni need to go back and read Dr. Gallo, Mildred Gallo's book that did the history of Grambling. Or how about those of you who went to Grambling in the 90s? Go back and remember how it was and look at how it is now. No, things are not supposed to be the same. However, I think some of those gyms from when we were in school in the 90s would be probably a welcomed addition to what's going on today. And let's get that morale back up. Don't kick our coach when he's down or appears to be down. Let's support him and lift him up. And as well as the band, as well as our academic programs. And in closing, as we say, we're all one Grambling. So let's continue to be one Grambling and stop all the cliques in the groups and picking favorites. For me, it's all Grambling. If y'all think that one person is messing up, as Coach Fobb, I think all of them fucking up. From the vice president, to the president, to the dean, to the director of housing, to all of that. All right? Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all be cool. Let me see if I can see this. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.